welcome in. It is day 342, and you're speaking to the Meeples Champion. And today we're going to go over a hand management style game. This is actually one that, when it first came out, I picked it up via a phone app. And it looks like they've done a little bit of updating on it since then. However, in general, it looks like the game has really stuck to what its roots were. The game is called Silver. Now in Silver, this is a game where you're going to be starting off with 5 cards face down in your village. And the concept is that you're going to get to look at 2 of them, and they can be anywhere from a range of 0 up to 13. 14 total different cards. Then, when it's your turn, you get to choose. You can draw a card from the top of your deck, look at it, and either put it face up in the discard, which means you get to use its ability. Now, the ability is usually activated for cards 4 through 12, whereas the other cards are more of in your city, your town abilities, so they're not going to activate if you put them face up. Or you can choose to put it face down and replace one of the cards in your town, putting that card face up on the top of the discard, and you do not get its ability. Or you could choose that you're going to discard cards from your board. So now you don't know what all of them are. You know 2 of them, but not all of them. As you play, certain cards will give you the ability to look into your board, or you'll have picked up and you might say, okay, I looked at the first 2 to start the game. I know I have a 5 and a 7. And then I picked up and I saw, oh, this is a 5. This is great. I'm going to replace this card, I don't know what it is, with a 5. You put it away, you're like, oh, it was a 9. Okay. Now, when you want to discard on your next turn, you can take the 2 spots that were 5, if you can remember them, and you're going to flip them face up. If they're the same, you're going to discard them, and that's going to just be able to reduce your village size. If you're wrong, though, if you screwed up and they were not the same, then you're going to have to not only keep them in your village, but add a new card as a punishment. Now, if at any point a player on their turn has 4 or fewer cards in their village, they have the option to call for a vote. You also are going to have a vote if it's the end of the deck has run out. What that means is you're going to finish out the round, and then everybody's going to flip their cards up. Whoever, adding all their cards together, has the smallest number wins the round and gets 0 points. All the other players will have to get the combined total of their cards plus an additional 10. Now you'll do this for 4 rounds, and then whoever has the fewest points at the end of 4 rounds wins the game. It's pretty simple, but why don't we jump in, let's talk our 7 categories and see where this game lands for us. When it comes to the art, I really like this art style. The cards specifically are fantastic. All 14 different villager types I think have a great art to them. They look fantastic together as a group. They really set the tone for the game. Now the front of the box is okay. I don't think it's amazing, but I think that it gets across the point of it's the similar art to inside. It does grab my eye. I actually got the app because of the box. I saw it, I looked it up, I saw it was an app, and I was like, let me try this. And I really liked it. And I've been tempted to pick up a game of this physically as well. It's just, to me, that box helped pull me in. It's not a amazing box, but it grabs your eye and you go, what exactly is that? I just like the art style of this. I look at him and I think almost like a Viking. But then when I played the game and I saw the other card art, I really liked it. So for me, thumbs up. Your components. It's only cards. And I've checked this game out in stores, and the cards are actually really well put together. There's no complaint. They're not going to tear, wear. It looks good. Thumbs up. This is one of those games that's out there. You're going to find this in a Target. You're going to find this in regular board game stores. It's online. It's on your phone. And it's not expensive. It's under $20. It's a thumbs up. Your difficulty. For me, you think back to when you were a kid, and I'm not going to remember the exact name, but the matching game. Okay, we're going to shuffle up a deck of cards, throw it out there, and you're trying to flip 2 cards of the same, and if you can match them, you get them, but you're trying to remember where everything is. This feels like a more advanced version of that. There's special abilities. There's ways to use the combos. There's ways to get in there and do something that's kind of a combo. The number 13 actually counts as a mimic of any other card you turn it with. As well as you can turn and go for 3 or 4 of the same card as well. So there's that option to try to just clear your village. So for me, I think that the difficulty has really taken an old school game and made it so that you can introduce it to a beginner. You can introduce this to an experienced player and they're going to like it. I think that kids can enjoy this game as well, and I think experts will look at this game and say it's good for their families. So for me, thumbs up. Replayability. They say it takes about an hour. Now, I haven't played this 4-player in person, but again, I've played the app. I never found it took that long, but even at an hour, I think that this game has replayability in it. I think this is a game that's an easy one to pull out for weeknights or weekends with family. I think it's one that friends can play once in a while. So for me, thumbs up. Your keys to victory. So what are you after? Are you after just trying to slowly get lower and lower valued cards into your area? Or are you after trying to mimic people and get more and more of the same? Are you're trying to use abilities to attack opponents or to attack your own cards? For me, when I play, my entire idea is to try to see the cards in my area and start doubling them. And then to at some point try to pull off like a trade out 3 of them and really reduce the number of people in my village. Whereas I'll dodge a 0 or 1 because I'm getting a whole bunch of 8s. And I'm like, I know that 0 or 1 would be helpful, but these 8s are all going to clear and nobody's going to realize what I'm doing. There, if I know off the bat I was able to get sight of 3 of my cards and I know I have 2 8s, I'm going for that 3rd one because they might think I've reduced the number of total in my village, and instead I clear it. So for me, there's a lot of keys to victory. Thumbs up. Is the game unique? I know I compared it to the matching game, but really there's so much more to this than just matching, and I've never really played a legit game. The matching game just, to me, isn't comparable enough. I think that this game is unique. I don't know of another game that does what it does in a small little corner that it does quite like it does. So for me, I do think this is a unique game, at least for now. Card games seem to come out dozens at a time, and I'm sure there's something that mimics pieces of this, if not a bunch of it. But for now, I haven't seen anything like that. Thumbs up. Overall, what do I think? I think it's a fun game. I think if you want to try it, my personal expectation is go download the app. I think the app is nice. It'll give you an introduction, and if you like it, then go buy the game. But this is not one I feel the need that you have to have friends or family that love it. If you like it, just get the game, and then you'll find people to play with you. It doesn't take up a lot of space. It's not too difficult to learn. It's not a lot of money. It's one that if you can get it and you like it, then you'll find somebody to play once in a while, and eventually you'll get enough plays with it that it's worth it. Well, it has been day 342, and we've been speaking about the game Silver, and you've been speaking to the Meeples Champion. Like, share, subscribe, and check down below in the description where I'll be adding in an Amazon link in case you want to get this game for your collection. And don't forget to go on to Board Game Arena, where you can find me under the Meeples Champion. Send me over a game request, a friend request. I try to be on a couple times a day. Until the next time, I'll talk to you tomorrow.